The United States, Canada, and the European Union, pillars of global trade, intertwined in economic partnership for decades. But what happens when these allies find themselves at odds over tariffs? Are we witnessing the unraveling of a long-standing alliance, or is this merely a turbulent chapter in an intricate story? In a move that sent shockwaves through the global economy, President Donald Trump's administration has imposed a sweeping 25% tariff on all steel and aluminum imports, effective March 12, 2025. This decision has ignited fierce debates and prompted swift reactions from key trading partners. Canada, a nation deeply integrated with US industries, especially in steel and aluminum, has condemned the tariffs as entirely unjustifiable. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau emphasized the profound impact on sectors ranging from defense to automotive manufacturing. The European Union, sharing a similar sentiment, labeled the tariffs as unlawful and economically counterproductive. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen has vowed a firm and proportionate response, highlighting the potential disruption to supply chains and the broader economic fallout. But what led to this contentious decision? The Trump administration justifies the tariffs under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act, citing national security concerns. The argument posits that reducing reliance on foreign steel and aluminum is crucial for industries vital to national defense and infrastructure. However, the numbers tell a complex story. The United States imports approximately 23% of its steel and nearly 80% of its aluminum, with significant portions sourced from Canada and the EU. These materials are integral to various industries, from defense to construction. Take, for instance, the Alcoa Baie-Comeau aluminum smelter in Quebec. This facility supplies substantial quantities of aluminum to US industries, underscoring the deep economic integration between the two nations. Similarly, the EU exports over 1 million tons of specialized steel to the US annually. The imposition of tariffs threatens to increase costs for US consumers and manufacturers, potentially leading to inflation and supply chain disruptions. Analysts warn that these tariffs could trigger a cascade of retaliatory measures, escalating into a full-blown trade war. The global economy, already fragile, may face further instability as nations reassess their trade relationships. In response, Canada and the EU are not standing idle. Both have announced plans for retaliatory tariffs targeting a range of US goods, from bourbon whiskey to motorcycles, aiming to exert pressure on key American industries. Moreover, this situation has prompted Canada and the EU to strengthen their bilateral trade ties. Leaders from both regions have emphasized the importance of reliable partnerships and are exploring new agreements to mitigate the impact of US tariffs. Could this be the beginning of a new economic reality? As countries like Canada and the EU seek alternative markets and alliances, the US risks isolating itself from traditional partners. Historically, the US has utilized tariffs as a tool to protect domestic industries. However, the globalized nature of today's economy means such actions have far-reaching consequences, often beyond initial projections. Critics argue that the current tariff strategy is politically motivated, aiming to project strength ahead of upcoming elections. Yet, this approach may overlook the intricate dependencies that define modern trade relationships. The challenge lies in balancing national interests with global cooperation. While protecting domestic industries is important, it's equally crucial to consider the broader implications on international alliances and economic stability. Industries on both sides of the Atlantic are bracing for impact. From steelworkers in the US to automotive manufacturers in Europe, the ripple effects of these tariffs are poised to influence jobs, prices, and economic growth. The interconnectedness of today's global economy means that actions taken by one nation can have cascading effects worldwide. As countries respond to the US tariffs, we may witness shifts in trade patterns, with new alliances forming and existing ones being tested. Despite the backlash, President Trump remains steadfast, emphasizing the need to protect American industries and reduce trade deficits. The administration argues that these measures are necessary to address long-standing imbalances and unfair trade practices. The path forward remains uncertain. Diplomatic efforts are underway to resolve the tensions, but the stakes are high. The outcome of this dispute could redefine global trade norms and reshape economic alliances for years to come. As we navigate this complex landscape, one question remains: will these tensions lead to a reimagined global trade system, or are we witnessing the fracturing of alliances that have underpinned decades of economic growth? What do you think? Are these tariffs a necessary measure to protect national interests, or do they risk undermining global economic stability? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses on global trade and economic issues.